I am Jim, or as my friends call me, Wojo. Um, been thinking whether to do videos about this or not, but I've been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and going through this, I'm like, you know what, other guys probably want to get some insight on what's going on when they get diagnosed with it. I got diagnosed back in November. It's March now. I live in Central Mass. My primary care and my urologist that I was seeing caught it very early, stage 2, I believe they call it 3-4. So about half of the prostate has cancer in it, or whatever. I'm not a doctor. The original doctor that did the biopsy was in Worcester. Really didn't like him a whole lot, and also informed me he was leaving the hospital in Worcester he was at, and I'd have to follow him to one of the Boston area hospitals. And just didn't get a good vibe from the guy. And finding out he was the only doctor that did prostate removal in this entire hospital made me really think I got to look for a second opinion. Canceled the radiology appointment there to meet with them, because as I was doing the research, come to find out that Mass General had the only proton radiation machine in all of the Northeast. So I'm like, well, at that point in time, I was like, well, maybe radiation is going to be an easier course of action than prostate removal. And let's face it, if I'm going to live in the People's Republic of Massachusetts, one of the benefits is we have some of the best hospitals on the planet, with one of the top ones being Mass General Brighams, especially when it comes to cancer. So the doctor in Worcester kind of wasn't willing to give me the referral to Mass General. Kept trying to get me to go to another hospital in Worcester. Finally, I actually, a couple weeks later, I already had a physical with my primary care, and she was 100% in agreement that I definitely should talk to Mass General about this. Got me the referral, and away we went. My first Mass General, I will say, the entire experience, everybody we've talked to, everybody we've dealt with, has been nothing less than phenomenal across the board. Literally can't say enough good up to this point. Hopefully it continues through the surgery, but so far I have no indication that it won't. So we met with Dr. Feldman, who is one of the top surgeons for this, and a hormone doctor. I'm sorry, his name's eluding me. I'll find it and pop it up. And we sat down. We were with these guys for over an hour and explaining everything. Any question they would answer. An hour into this, they were still asking me if I had any more questions, if they covered everything. They weren't concerned about getting to their next patient in any way, shape, means, or form. But they gave me all the information I wanted. The biggest reason I was looking at radiation versus surgery is I was really hoping that radiation, you would still be able to ejaculate. That's one thing the guy in Worcester didn't tell me. I'm not a doctor. I have no idea what my prostate actually does. That makes you see them. Once again, never knew what it was, didn't care. So we did make an appointment to talk to radiology, even though Dr. Feldman was pretty adamant the surgery was the right course of action. But me being me, he's a surgeon, of course he's going to see that. And never met the guy before. Fast forward a couple weeks, we meet with the radiologist. Sorry, I'm driving. His name's eluding me right now. But I did some research on him before the meeting, and this isn't just like the top radiologist at Mass General. He's like one of the top guys in the world. He comes in, extremely nice guy. Just goes, hey, let me talk. And when I'm done telling you my thoughts, fire away any questions you have, any reasons you want radiology, but let me talk first. And he goes through the entire thing of me being 52 years old, in fairly good health, except being a big guy, and diabetic. And at this stage, him being a radiologist guy, and I stopped him there. I go, you're not just a radiologist guy. I Googled you. You're the radiologist guy. He goes, yes. He goes, and I am definitely recommending that you have the prostate removed rather than go through radiation. So then I told him, I go, look, the biggest reason I was thinking radiation is so I could still ejaculate. And he looks me square in the eye, goes, we're bombing the factory. Ain't gonna happen. So that sealed. And then he went on to say that Dr. Feldman, he goes, if he was gonna have to have a prostate removed, he's the guy. He goes, and if you can get on his table, that's the one you want to be on. So we booked the appointment with Dr. Feldman. Fast forward, it's been fairly quiet since then. I'm actually heading to Mass General right in Waltham right now to get blood work and an EKG done for pre-surgery. My surgery's coming up in 2 weeks from today, actually. I'm still not happy about it. Really would prefer to not do it. This is a surgery. This is a cancer that they keep telling me will kill me in 20 years. And I keep saying, well, can't we kick the can down the road a little bit and worry about it in 1 or 2 years? And the answer is always no. Get it out now. And honestly, if it wasn't, I have a wife, 31 years, 2 beautiful adult daughters. If it wasn't for them, I probably would roll the dice and kick the can down the road. But if it spreads, and it can spread, it's only going to make their life way more challenging and make me a burden, which would never be, something I want to put on them. So we're going to do it. Very concerned about what my sex life looks like after the fact. That's a huge unknown. This is pretty, as much as people try to tell you this is no big deal. It's a big deal. There's a lot of concerns. It's better than the alternative, but there's a lot to be concerned about. They can't make you any promises about erections returning. You Google a million different things, you get a million different answers. So right now, we're just gonna kind of do it, walk through the door and see what happens next. I plan on to continue to do updates of the process. Like I said, I'm going to get all the pre-op blood work done now. As I'm sure my nerves will be getting worse and worse as time continues. The other thing I did find out today, we did the anesthesiologist pre-op meeting over the phone, and I am a diabetic, so I'm on Ozempic, and because of that, I'm going to have to be on an all-liquid diet the entire day before surgery, which that's going to be just horrible. God help my wife. I'm going to be hangry as hell by the time I get put on that table. Hopefully they knock me out and just go to the hospital. But anyhow, so that's the beginning of the prostate cancer journey. We'll let you know more as it goes on. Talk to you soon. All right, so I just got done at Mass General Brigham in Waltham. Never been there before, been by it a million times. The parking garage is definitely not designed for a full-size truck. There's one corner I had to jig and jag to get around, and definitely should have brought the wife's Jeep. But lesson learned. Probably won't have to go back there again anyhow. Once again, another very good experience at Mass General. Long wait. I had to get blood work and an EKG. There was a wicked line just waiting for the blood work. That took about 20 minutes to get through. They had a sign on the desk saying 25-minute wait. The woman saw that I had to get an EKG as well. She goes, here's your number, deli counter number, and go get your EKG. When you come back, tell me you're back. So went, did that. EKG people were phenomenal as well. Actually proved I have a heart, so my wife's been wrong all these years. And then, sorry, we had traffic. And went back downstairs, and it was still, it's a Mass General Hospital. There's a lot of people. It was still a pretty substantial wait after I got back. The whole process took about an hour and a half. But once again, incredibly nice people. The blood test results have already started coming back. Everything looks fine. It's all just, pre-surgery blood work that they were looking for. But that's it for today. Just once again, another very positive experience at Mass General. So far, can't recommend them enough. Hopefully it keeps going that way.